So hi guys, welcome back to my channel. As you can see today, we've been doing some training, and today's training was the use of proper PPE when applying plant protection products or any agrochemical out in the field. So as you can see today, I'm attempting to wear what is appropriate when spraying. You can see I have the gloves here. These are nitrile gloves. They are industrial grade gloves, right? I also have the coverall. As you can see, the coverall, it's over my gloves. So I also have boots on. On my face here, I have a respirator. You have to make sure it fits your face, and if you can limit the amount of hair on your beard. I also have my goggles here, which protects my eyes. So these are some tools, if you haven't thought about it, to kind of incorporate when you are spraying. You also want to make sure, for those who aren't using full PPE, some simple tips. If you're using your long sleeve, make sure when you take it out, you don't wash it in your washing machine with your children clothes. You want to also put a little sign. So for example, if we just spray this field here and you're completed, you want to put a sign saying that the field has just been sprayed. So this is just a brief video showing some of the PPE I have on right now. Please, this is very important. These chemicals are toxic. Also note, when you are measuring and mixing your chemicals, it's at its most concentrated form. So you want to also use a face shield, a face mask, the protective gloves when you are also doing your mixing procedures. So I've changed back my clothes and just want to summarize the video, giving some gentle reminders. So one of the reminders is always use proper protective gear or clothing when applying your chemicals. This is so important when you're measuring and mixing, as the chemical is at its most concentrated form. So always ensure you use proper PPE as best as you can when you're applying any agrochemical. Next reminder, always remember to read the instructions on your label. This tells you the application rate, the selected pest or disease that the chemical is targeted towards, and also the pre-harvest intervals. So always remember to read your pesticide or any agrochemical label in detail before actually applying. Never eat, drink or smoke when applying pesticides. You also want to ensure that when washing any clothing used to spray any agrochemical, it's done separately. Another one, you will want to respect the pre-harvest interval. Basically, that's the time from your last spraying until you can harvest. So on the label would have what is that pre-harvest interval rate. Whether it's 7 days, 5 days, 14 days, it's on the label. So that's the time from your last spraying until you are about to harvest. You don't want to harvest before, otherwise you'll have residue on your crops, which is bad for a person's health. Another one is restrict entry intervals. Basically, that's the time after you've sprayed your field. You don't want anybody to re-enter the field, as the chemicals are still in the atmosphere, and that can have toxic effects on your workers, your family. So usually what you want to do, you want to put up a sign saying that the field was just sprayed. You also want to prevent pesticide drift, so basically don't spray when it's windy outside. Also, when you finish use your chemical containers, you want to dispose of them appropriately. You don't want to just leave them on the field. You don't want to throw them in water courses. Usually what you can do is triple rings them, as they would still have residue within the container. After you triple rings, you puncture holes and you can dispose it at your municipal, your garbage disposals. One of the most important things is properly monitoring and identifying the specific pest or disease affecting your field. That way you'll be better able to utilize your chemicals, in turn saving costs, because you will know at what stage, what life cycle the pest is at, and what is the specific pest your intended spray would target. So you want to make sure that you identify this first before you actually spend money to spray. And you want to follow the application rates. It's usually written on the labels. And where possible, use biopesticides or different alternatives. So you want to make sure that you have a wide array of options before you actually look to use any sort of chemical. Thank you guys so much for listening. This was just a brief summary. If there's anything that I've missed, please feel free to indicate in the comment section as we continue to grow this community and share information. If there's a practice that you think is worth mentioning, feel free to share. Someone may benefit. I might learn something also. So thank you guys so much. Hope this was educational and hope this really helps you in your journey.